What's up, YouTube family? Gerald Greenlee here with Clayton Green Lawn Service, and beautiful, sunny, even getting warm, South Georgia. Got a little bit warm out today. I'm gonna get truck out on the road and see what it says temperature is. It's been sitting. I think it goes up just a little bit when it sits. Not like the Frontier did, but it may not. I don't know. It says it's 88 degrees. 89. Now it's going up. It's 89. Okay. 7:20 in the afternoon. Just gonna do a quick video. 45 minutes to an hour. Quick. Now it's, man, that thing climbing up. It's getting hotter going down the road. I don't think it's 91 degrees. 92. But I looked at a property, several months ago, and they wanted trimmed down the front of the road. This was a property on the lake. I remember, doing a video saying, man, you had to get down in the ditch and trim. You had to cut off, there were trees growing all up through the shrubs and all that kind of stuff. And, well, the people don't live here. I cut the next door neighbor's yard. They had asked him to get a quote. So I got a quote together. I sent it to him. He said, I'll pass it on to him. In the meantime, a lady from our church contacted me about the same property. So I guess this lady had had several people trying to find somebody. I don't really know. But at any rate, I said, well, I've already sent them an estimate on what they wanted done. So fast forward now 3, 4, 5 months, whatever it's been, the lady from the church calls me and says, hey, a friend of mine's wanting to buy that house, and there's stuff all up around it, and it needs to be cleaned up, and the lady that's wanting to buy it will pay for it. I was like, okay. I said, well, and she said, she's good for it, and if she don't, I'll pay it. I was like, okay. But then there's the thing of, I need to talk to the homeowner. Now, I'm not in any way, insinuating that anybody's doing anything wrong. I'm just simply saying that I need the homeowner's permission before I start doing work on a property, Especially what they talking about, ripping stuff out, and I mean, we ain't just talking about going in there trimming up and cutting the grass. So the lady from church called a homeowner, talked to her. She said, I'll pay for it. So now I got 3 people wanting to pay for this project, and I'm thinking I'm just going to bill all 3 of them the same amount. I'll make good on this one, man. So what it is, there's a lady, these people live in Central Florida that own the property. They're elderly, they've been sick, there's been a hospital, I guess all that going on. They just haven't even been up here to see the condition of the property. There's a lady that lives here that wants to buy the property, but she's afraid if they don't get something done, the house is going, when you got shrubs and stuff growing upside the house, she wants to get it cleaned up where the inspector can come out and look at it and go, okay, this is what's wrong with the house. So I know that's a lot, but like Josh, I just wanted to thoroughly explain what I'm about to do. And then when I get done doing it, I'll thoroughly explain what I did. I'm just messing with Josh. Y'all check him out, Josh's Lawn and Landscape. Man, he's having a time. I thought the Super S was a problem. He's got a brand new bad boy Revolt with 5 hours or something, 6 hours on it, having all kind of trouble with it. That's a shame, man. But Josh, if you want to know something, you want it explained, Josh will explain it to you. I lose my train of thought and move on to something else, man. I'm just jumping. Oh, there's a rabbit. You know what I mean? Chasing. So where was I going? I'm kidding. So anyway, that's kind of the backstory to why I will take y'all along and let y'all just see what's going on over here. And I got to kind of figure up See, I don't even really know what they want done. They, you know, one of them said, well, just go in there and do what you would do and send us a bill. I was like, I said, I can't do that. I said, I mean, I don't want to go in there and do a bunch of work and it be $2,000 and they thinking, oh, it's going to be expensive, and their expensive is $500. You know what I mean? I said, no, I got to get y'all a price, and then somebody's got to agree to pay me. And again, I don't have any reason to believe that people would not pay me. They'd give me my money, but I'm just one of those kind, when it comes to projects like this, you have to be careful just saying, yeah, just do it and send me a bill, because, you know, you don't know if you're talking $500 or $2,000. And, you know, I mean, if I'm expecting a $500 bill and I get a $2,000 bill, man, I'm going to be aggravated, you know what I mean? And I don't want to put people in that situation. That was the bushes along the road. They growed up on both sides of the fence. The squirrel, man, just made him a little leap. So, see all this stuff growing up on the porch and all? Now, what I'm going to recommend is just tearing all this stuff out. I mean, I don't, you know, I don't know if that's what they going to want, but let's go take a little walk around, see. Now, see, they do still have some border and all. See, this is way worse than it was when I came over here and looked at it before. But, you know, I don't even know what this stuff's called. See, Josh will know what it is. It's some kind of fur, I guess. But see the vines, man? See, all that stuff's got to be tore out. And I don't know if there's even a bed edge or anything around here. I mean, my recommendation, what I would do on this, if it was me, I'll bring my tractor over here and I'll start getting rid of stuff, buddy. I mean, you could probably save that big old, I guess that's a crepe myrtle there, but see, it's all up on the house. It does have a border around it. See it under there? It probably got some snakes up in there too. I take them back to the shop. See, that's all on the, and that's what she's worried about. It's all up on the roof. You know, and then that stuff starts creating leaks. Now see, there's nothing bad around here. Take that right there, trim it up, good to go. You know, get the limbs up. I'd cut all these low-hanging limbs, especially if I'm gonna be the one having to maintain it. You know, there's nothing bad back here. I mean, most of this is just, you know, weed eating. Those, I forget what you call those trees right there, but they are a nuisance. That thing probably grew up in a year, man. So, I mean, all this is just trim. Cut them trees down. I won't want to try to pull them up because, see, the problem you get into pulling up, even like at the front of the house, I don't know where the water lines are around here, or electrical lines, and they got a lot of rot already. So, well, the grapevines ain't in too bad a shape on a good note. Now you probably come in here and just trim all this stuff and spray it. You know. See there, see the vines have overtaken all the plants. I'm trying to see where that bed edge stops at. And see, really nothing needs to be done with any of that out there if they just worried about the house. You know, I would personally want all that cut back. See, the price I gave them before was to trim all of those azaleas back, and then to cut all those trees. We're gonna cut all them trees out. which, to be honest, I don't know that I wouldn't cut the azaleas down and keep the trees, man. I don't care for azaleas, but they do make a good blockage, you know, a barrier. The problem is, if I live on the lake, what do I want to see? I want to see the lake, man. I don't want to see that. I guess up in the house you might, you know, if you cut them down, you could, but anyway, I'm gonna recommend just taking everything out except for maybe that evergreen, that fir, or whatever it is. And I mean, we might be able to salvage some of this, we might not. You know, and clean up all around this building, I guess. See, man, there's stuff growing out the gutters. And see, this here is dead. You know, that's dead, dude. I'd get rid of that. I don't know what kind of tree that is. Got a pecan tree or something growing in it. Pecan, Gretz, pecan. I'd trim all this low-hanging stuff down. I'd just cut it off, so that way you can get right around it with a mower. But, and then obviously the yard needs to be cut, but that's about the least of their financial worries. I'll make it look good though. It'd be a good transformation video, wouldn't it? So I clean up under all these trees and get them where you could get under them. See, that's I cut this one next door here. Y'all seen that before, the white fence around it. In fact, we just cut it today. I guess that's a gutter drain right there. It ain't hooked up though. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna get off of here because I want to snap some pictures that I can send to people and say, okay, we're gonna get rid of this, 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 and this, and just, you know, kind of make sure that we all on the same page. And mess around and get snake bit up in there, bud. All right, let me get off here. All right, so I snapped a bunch of pictures and I sent the lady a message, the one that's wanting to buy it, because I don't have the number to the homeowner. So I sent the lady that's wanting to buy it a message, and from her, I'm gonna kind of see what she wants, and then I will plant peanuts back there, man. I'll get the number to the homeowner, and I do want to talk to her for sure. And just kind of seeing what they want done. I mean, you could easily do, you could easily do $2,500 worth of work to that yard. But that would make it look like somebody lives there and keeps it up. You know what I mean? Maybe more than that. I'm saying easily $2,500 at a minimum. You know, but just to go in and get the grass cut and tear everything out the beds and all that, I mean, you might be, depends on if they want anything done around the shop. If they want just up around the house, I mean, you know, you probably had and cleaning up and cutting the yard, I mean, you probably had $1,000. You want to clean up around the shed, you know, and all that stuff, get all them trees out of there and get them cut down. Because see, the good thing is the lake has a community dump site. You dump it out there, they got a place they dump it. I need to verify that they still use that, but last time I did work over there, you could dump it there, and then the county comes out, you know, once every 5 years, whether they need to or not, and picks it up and takes it to the, you know, where they dump all the wood and stuff like that at. That was a joke, once every 5 years, I think. But, so, you know, what I'm saying is a mile down the road is where we're going to dump it. That's still not going to change the fact that we got to haul it. And, you know, that load it, unload it, and that takes labor and time and resources. So, anyway. But I don't need to sit down and try to figure nothing up until I know exactly what they want done. And then, you know, they may want price options between, let's do the minimum to the maximum, you know, and I don't have any issue doing that. Because I'm gonna be honest, all I do when I look at something like that, like I would look at that and I go, okay, 2 guys, 8 hours, you know, times my labor rate, 16 hours times, you know, I'm not gonna say what my labor rate is, but you know, we do have people in our community that watch, and you know, you can ask me if you live here, but you also have competitors. You might have competitors. I don't know if anybody around here that cuts grass watches, but that's all I do. I just look at it, and it's a out of the blue guess, man. That's all it is. I go, you know, let's see, it'll take 2 hours for this, and 2 hours for that, and 3 hours for that, and 4 hours for that, you know, with 2 people or whatever, and then I do it for one person and say, okay, for me, I'm gonna be there 16 hours, and then I multiply that by the labor rate. Now, if I got to haul stuff off, I normally put, you know, I figure in $125 a load for the dump fee. But normally I'm up in town when I do that, and I'm not far from the dump, and you know, that covers the time of taking it over there and the fee for dumping it. I'll probably do a little bit. I'll probably figure in my time over there, since they got a place to dump it. So anyway, I told y'all I'd make it long one way or another. Hey, appreciate y'all taking time to watch. I hope this was helpful to somebody. You know, if you don't be afraid of big projects like that, man. I'm telling you, don't be afraid of them. Go up there, you look at it, be professional with the people, and act like you done it 100 times, even if this is your first one, right? Now, I ain't saying lie to people. You know, don't get in over your head if it's something you know you can't do. But all that is there, you can do all that there. You could cut all that stuff down with a Sawzall, the trees and stuff, and you know, you don't have to have a tractor and all that kind of stuff, man. You could use a Sawzall if that's all you had. Cut the trees down, take your weed whacker and clean up the beds good, or a brush saw if you got one. You got a truck that you can throw that stuff in the back of, or a little trailer to pull behind the SUV. Throw that stuff on that trailer and haul it off. Don't be afraid of it. Just look at it, say, how long do I think this would take me? You know, if you like me when I was starting, you better, if you think it's going to take you 6 hours, go ahead and do at least 10. Do at least 10, man. Put a buffer in there. Figure out your labor rate. You know what your labor rate is. Multiply. If it's $50 an hour, do 10 times 50. Hey, it's a $500 job. We can do it this Saturday. You know what I mean? Just give people the option. So anyway, hey, appreciate you watching. My prayer for you is always the same, that the Lord might richly bless you, and that you might see all of your blessings as from him. Hope you have a great day.